Hello, our loves. You got Elizabeth and Joanne here with World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul, your home for balanced, neutralized energy for your twin flame connection. We are here to teach you, guide you all about the energy of this connection because it really is that simple. Be in the energy of soul and be able to draw your soul back. So, with that being said, we have a great question we want to tackle, get deep on. We think it could help you all shift, and we love experiencing those shifts with you because we usually shift right along with you. We are always furthering, bettering, deepening ourselves in our own spiritual alignment, and that's what we are trying to guide you guys all to, because this is a connection of soul. So the more you can align with soul, the more you can see where soul brings you. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift of this journey. You are in control of the energy. As the divine feminines, you have all the power. So with that being said, let's start with the question. I really didn't know that desire was below anger. Every time I'm with my person, I feel intense desire for him and he feels it and runs. How do I change that?
So the cool thing with this question is desire is very limited to the soul connection that you have with your person. So we just had a call yesterday where the beautiful soul was like, damn it, I was intimate with my person and now they're running. How is it that we can be intimate and they run? And my answer is, and me and Elizabeth's answer were pretty much in line and the same. You can be intimate with your person as long as you're in soul and stay in soul, but it's the mind that has a preference, expectations, and judgment of the intimacy to where now you're not able to balance. And it's because of that desire, right? The desire of seeing your person separate, needing your person to validate you in the wholeness that you already are, and literally getting a hit off of that past experience. And so when we have experiences with our people, they're experienced fully and wholly in the now. And then once they leave our space, whether they leave the room or we leave, or we are not intimate and we're just present with each other, the now moment is what takes priority over the experiences that the mind is ruminating on. So no matter how great or like amazing the experience was, it is mind that is making that experience priority over this now moment. This now moment is more sacred, and this now moment is actually what draws in your twin flame, your soul, right? So if you still have desire left between the both of you with your person, it's not the time to exchange your energy, because you're literally connecting with your soul, your twin flame, through mind. So what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to experience your person temporary, where your person is going to be repelled by your energy. You guys basically just overdose on the energy because you're still seeing your person like separate from you, when in reality your person is you and you are whole and you don't need anything from your person. You guys have heard me and Elizabeth, we say it all the time. I don't need anything from him. I don't need anything from him. I don't need anything from him. Because the part of us that needs our person is the part of us that is not us. It is not soul. It is mind that needs, clings, holds onto, and fights for every single opportunity to like attach to the physical aspect of our twin flame, our soul, when in reality they're the opposite of the physical of our soul. They are us. So the part of us that desires them, sees them separate, needs them in our space, is not soul. And so that's why your person, when you are in desire, you're pushing your person away, because you are literally engaging, interacting, in the place of mind, which is the opposite of soul. So remember, you can't be in mind and soul at the same time. So what is desire? Desire is seeing yourself separate and lacking that space that you already are. You are your twin flame, you are your person, and soul brings you what you match. It matches the energy of what you are. So if you're in the energy of lack, the energy of separation, the energy of neediness, you're in the space of bringing in more of what you are emanating, what you are experiencing. So if you're experiencing more desire for your person, you're experiencing that very experience of having your person away from you. Because when you are one and you are being, you are your person. They're not separate from you. You don't need your person in your physical to prove to you that you are one. It's literally a different energy. Like if I close my eyes and I feel into my oneness, and now I have to close my eyes again and feel into my person's physical and want him physically, I'm no longer in our oneness. I'm now bringing in the part of him that is not him, which is his body and mind, which is the temporary aspects of my soul. I have to shift out of the alignment with soul to even get into the space of desire for my person. And then I realign, right? Like, oops, I'm back to mine again. Oops, let me realign. And then I close my eyes back and I'm now merging into our oneness. And I don't see him separate. I don't see his physical attributes. I don't see my person. I'm actually just aligning with our one shared soul energy. My person is one with me through our one energetic soul. And that one soul is how we are connected. As soon as I feel into him separate, I'm no longer in our oneness. And now I have to use separation consciousness, where I can remember how he sounds, how he looks, how he feels, how he thinks, what he's doing, thinking and feeling.
I'm sorry, love. I want us to get deep on here because I just had this like download.
Woo! Go ahead.
So we talk about all the time that like feeling into the oneness is actually unity consciousness, right? You're feeling into the oneness of all that is creation. Now, your twin flame is the one person in this time-space reality that is actually drawn to this energy, whether you're next to them, whether you're 1,000 miles away from them. They're the only other being in this time-space reality that you can align with this oneness, even though it's the oneness of all creation. It's the unity consciousness. We're tapping into God's source energy of all creation. Your person is the one other being in this time-space reality that can feel that energy from you and craves that energy. So you're actually tapping into the oneness, right? The oneness of all. So not just, so we say, like when we think of unity consciousness, a lot of times we just sort of attribute it to being in the oneness with our person, but unity consciousness is the oneness of God's source energy. And our person, why are they so special? Because the question sort of arises, well, if you share God's source energy and you're the same energy as everyone around you, right? If we're all created from God's source energy, then how is my twin any different than, a soulmate? Well, the difference is your twin is the one shared soul energy of yours that can feel you, crave you, is you, when you're in this alignment with soul. So nobody else in this time-space reality would be drawn to your essence, essentially, because you're aligned with soul. Just your twin flame will feel it. That's what separates them. Even though we do all share God's source energy, your twin is your shared energy, and that's why your alignment is so magnetic to them.
It's the divine truth, right? So you get to experience the reflection of the divine truth in your connection. So when we say soul draws soul, and it's energetic, you get that confirmation when your person is brought in without rhyme or reason, without any doing on your part. I work on your detox, Joanne and Elizabeth, and now I'm ran into my person in the movie theaters. I did your surrender program, Joanne and Elizabeth, and now we're both at a party that they didn't invite me or I didn't invite them to, and now we're both in the same space. Why? Because soul draws to itself.
And
it's
Joanne,
energetically bringing in your soul to you because you are in soul. Go ahead, Lev.
all people have to do, read through the comments on our videos. We're not joking when we say this. So we have this beautiful soul, and we haven't even worked personally with this beautiful soul, but we know who she is. And I remember it was probably like 4 months ago. I still remember she found our channel, and we always know when people just find our channel because they will start binge watching our videos. They'll start posting on our videos like one after another, and we know, okay, they're probably in separation phase 1. And then after watching our videos, we notice that the comments sort of start shifting, right? We see the comments they write, and after watching our videos for a while, binging on our videos, we see their comments start shifting. And then we sort of start seeing their comments a little bit less frequently, and when they do, they're more like aligned with soul. We can tell they've shifted. And lo and behold, this beautiful soul that started watching and binging our videos about 4 or 5 months ago, I see a post from her. I think it was today. It was either yesterday or today.
Yeah.
She's run into her person. She saw her person. They planned meeting together after 4.5 years. And it was literally an of course. And you and I talked about it, Joanna's like, we've been feeling her shift, her energy shift, even though we haven't even personally worked with her, just from her comments and the love and energy she shares on our posts, right? We felt her shift, and it is not a surprise that she has now met up with her person after 4.5 years. And it feels so like, I feel so blessed and honored to know that even if we were a small part, we were a part of the shift she has experienced. It is such an honor to see and watch these transformations take place when we can teach the energy of soul, when we can teach the soul alignment to all of you guys on your spiritual journeys. It's so magical.
Yeah, it like confirms why we created this channel, right? It's like, oh my gosh, thank goodness we created this platform to allow other beautiful souls to connect and relate with this crazy, really, really freaking hard, crazy ass journey. And yet the divine truth speaks regardless of how long your separation's been, right? 4.5 years shifting, and us being able to feel the energy and seeing her post change from first posting in separation consciousness, separation phase, to separation phase 2, which is a really huge shift. I want you guys, if you found this channel, I want you to go to community. There is golden nuggets community posts that we've shared. There is phases in this journey that you can shift through, and you can shift from separation consciousness, separation phase, and shift through it energetically from first making the journey about your person and obsessing about them, because addictive energy is cray, and then shifting energetically internally, which is separation phase 2, where you're now making it about yourself. And voila, what's following separation phase 2? It's balancing. And the cool part is this beautiful soul that's now balancing can actually continue to either balance with their person and making it about them again, or now they're balancing their person and making it about themselves. So loop in circles with your person and lose your alignment, knowing what this journey is. Yeah, go ahead.
When you are in the balancing phase 1, if you start looping, so you start making it about your person again, my love, I hate to break it to you, but you're going back to separation phase 1, because your person's going to pull, and you're no longer,
for sure.
You're going back to separation phase 1, and then you have to do the work again to get that inner shift to get back into separation phase 2 energy, where you're making it about you again. So that's sort of that's why people have such a hard time balancing, is because they got to this energetic space where they've now made it about them. And like you said, voila, the person comes and suddenly the mind like just runs with it and starts making it about the person again. And the person, your twin flame, runs, and suddenly you're back into that phase one of separation again. And so it's on this continual pattern until you have applied everything you learned in separation phase two, where it's solely about you, and you can apply that same energy into your balancing. So every time your person comes in, it's like, okay, I'm still making this about me. I get that you're back, but this is my journey and I'm making it about me, and I'm not doing anything to focus my intention on you. It's all about me. And that's when you move from balancing phase one to balancing phase two, where your person can permanently be in your life.
The reason why it's so hard and most people loop, right, is because your person is like so addicting. They're literally the exact catalyst you need to get deeper in yourself, soul, right? It's so hard. It's so hard to move from desire to the space of how much more desire can I have, where if I allow ourselves to leak off of our energy, they pull again. And that is painful. And then guess what happens? You get into the space of anger, and that's where you actually start going within, and you start surrendering. You start surrendering so much to the space where you have neutrality in your consciousness of your connection. You start becoming neutral about the mind's need for your person and start seeing your alignment as primary versus seeing them separate from you. And that's where most people can't make that jump, that shift, that inner shift within themselves to choose them, because they love that separation consciousness phase where, you know what, I'm just going to keep leaking off of their social media for the rest of my life because I would rather get a little bit of them than not at all.
I want us to explain why desire, literally you're oozing out. I love how you always say that, Joanne. You're oozing out your energy to your person. You're leaking out your energy to your person when you're in the state of desire, neediness, those lower scales. Now, you might wonder, well, what about anger? Why is anger higher? And there's nothing about.
It's like the exact recipe we need to surrender, right? It's like when you told your person, stop calling me, I choose me, stop taking me out of my alignment with peace. Like, I would rather be not talk to you just so I can have peace. And that was where all of those desires that needed your person to call you, that needed your person to text you all day, every day, it released. And then your person can be still with you because there's no push anymore, right? You went within. And it's like, why would I stop calling you? Why would I stop contacting you? Especially in this really magnetic space where you don't need them anymore. It's a freaking paradox. As soon as you release the mind's desire for your person and you chose yourself, which is intent, I choose me, I'm done with all this crap. I release the mind's clingy energy towards my person that sees them separate. And I'm going to align with the part of me that is one. I'm going to align with the part of me that is at peace. And I don't even care what that looks like on the other side, but I would rather choose me beyond what this is. Because I know what this is. This is separation. This is push-pull. This is a loop. And every single time after the loop, I'm on the floor again and I'm experiencing another form of dark night. Because we all know the form of dark night is just the ego shedding, mind shedding, not wanting to detach and let go of the attachments that we have towards our other self. It's like another layer of the ego gets released, and then you shift higher in your soul, and then, oh my gosh, my twin flame's back. And then you forget everything that you've done. You forget all the inner work you've done. You forget that you chose you. You forget that you know what it does when you fall into the whims of desire again, of pushing again.
You just reminded me of this line in Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso. And Ted Lasso tells one of his players, hey, Sam, be a goldfish. He's like, do you know why I'm telling you be a goldfish? And Sam's like, no. He says, because a goldfish has a 10-second memory. So basically our mind has like 10-second memory when it gets back into contact with our person, right? It
Oh yeah,
forgets
for sure.
everything in 10 seconds. So we don't want to be goldfishes. We want to be the
Yeah.
opposite when we're back.
It forgets all the wisdom that you've learned through your journey and is like, F that. They're here, like, take off your clothes and like let's hook up. And then you forget all of the inner work, that I choose me, that I'm doing this journey for me. And the mind is temporarily experiencing a little bit of your person because it thinks it's never going to have all of it later, right? It's like, let me just overdose on this thing that I know I really, 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 really want. And in reality, what you really, really, really want from your person is actually what you already are. There's nothing that you need from your person. And we already told you guys, no matter how many times they kiss you and make love to you, it's never going to be enough for the mind, because it's a temporary experience of the infinite soul that you both already are, the oneness that you both already are, the being, the stillness, the no words are needed, and we're merging into this one soul that needs nothing, where our one soul is floating above the mind and body, and we need nothing. It's that one space in my entire life, my entire being in this time-space reality, where I am accepted as the soul that I am. There's no judgment, there's no expectations, there's no preference, and it's vice versa. They need nothing from me and I need nothing from them, and we are enough. Because everyone else needs stuff from us, right? Our parents, our children, our family members, our friends, everybody wants and needs time and energy from us when our people is us. So all we're really doing is being ourselves. We're being with ourselves. That's why it's so easy to be with our twin flame. That's why we want it so bad. We don't even care. We go back to that 0 seconds of forgetting all the things that we learned to get to this inner work, to even allow our twin flame to be on our space. We forget it. It's like squirrel. It's a twin flame squirrel. My twin flame's here and I forgot everything I learned because all I want is my twin flame. And in reality, your twin flame is you. They are you. So when you start shifting past desire, you start shifting into your own energy. You start going within. You go past desire, past anger, and then you start tapping into neutrality. And when you start tapping into neutrality, you got yourself in that space of unconditional love. You're tapping into love. And oh my gosh, me and Elizabeth have been talking to help you guys keep shifting into your unity consciousness. So get ready, my love. We have a ton of plans for the new year to keep helping you all raise your consciousness and aligning with soul, tapping into that union energy. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's that good unity consciousness energy that just brings in your soul, like all the other beautiful souls that comment on our YouTube, like, oh, after 4.5 years, my person's here. After 6 years, I ran into my person. That's why me and Elizabeth are always saying, of course, because we are emanating the energy of union, right? The energy of union is oneness of the soul that you are. And literally filling in this energy of soul, it removes addictive energy. It removes separation consciousness. You're allowing yourself to raise your energy above mind's fear. And Ra, so Elizabeth mentioned a quote to me because she loves reading. Elizabeth reads Ra to me like she's putting me to sleep into unity consciousness from time to time. We high vibe off of it. It's like she's reading a story to me. I
feel like we're tapping into the
story.
We're tapping into the answers of the universe when we get to read it.
I know. And so Ra was saying, so the law of one, Ra was saying, we have every experience and every opportunity to choose between fear or love. And that's really what you're all choosing in every now moment with your twin flame is, am I going to go back to fear, separation consciousness, mind. It's all the same energy. We can feel it in the bottom of our body. Our mind can feel that addictive energy just kind of like really, really in the pit of my stomach. I can feel my energy wanting to push, right? It's that sacral and like heart palpitation that just feels like anxiousness, and it's worry about past and future, and it's wants to push and leak and like separation of your twin flame, right? That's all mind, fear-based energy, just spewing out, spewing out, spewing out. And you have an opportunity to shift out of mind and now into soul, into love, into oneness. You start feeling into your unity consciousness, where you guys have heard me, I start tapping into my third eye starts vibrating, my heart is open, and I start getting these downloads from soul. So we have an opportunity in every now moment to either balance our connection through love or through fear. And if you're balancing your connection through fear, there's going to be more addictive energy, more push, and more separation consciousness in your connection. And the more you're in line with separation consciousness, right? So my person's not contacting me, they're running from me, why can't they reach out? Why won't they contact me? All those things. Your now moment is going to reflect all of the energy that you're feeling through that separation consciousness. Versus, I am soul, I'm in my oneness, I am enough. I release all of mind's addictive energy. I let go. I let go of this addictive energy that sees my person separate. And then you start going within, right? That's when the anger is released internally. And it's like, I'm done with this freaking twin flame stuff. It's making me cray, cray. I release it, I surrender, and I trust. When you start to surrender and release, you start tapping into that neutral state where you can start feeling into that peace, that love, that joy, which is your twin flame. And so the reason why you can start feeling into your oneness past desire is because in order to get past desire, you've had to have gone within, past anger, to really just choose you. It's pretty crazy, right, love? It's like, I choose me, I let go of all of this, and I can't get there without detaching my attachments to my twin flame. I cannot reach unity consciousness if I don't let go of the physical aspect of my twin flame. I can't reach unity consciousness if I'm still clinging to separation consciousness. It's like there's two sides of the universe, and one is like, I can stay here and be in pain and suffer, or I can start feeling into the highest vibrational energies of union, but I gotta let my twin flame go. It's like letting the 3D go and just immerse yourself in the 5D. It's a different energy, and one is over the other. We love you guys so much. We hope you can feel these shifts as you can keep getting deep. And these shifts are permanent. We're never going to go back. Wouldn't you say, love? We're never going to go back to sleep. We might fall asleep sometimes and forget we're soul, but we're never going to get to the point of where we push and forget the soul that we are. We're never going to forget how to align with soul. We're never going to forget how to detach and detox from the addictive energy. You're always going to ascend and get deeper in your alignment with soul, therefore allow you to keep getting deeper into your union of the soul that you already are. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.